We are live.
Excellent. Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Tales in Athanasia, where a bunch of us people just making do with what we got sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons. Today, I'm trying out a new sort of ambiance sound thing coming out of my speakers. For me, it's pretty loud, but my players have told me that it's not as loud. It's not overpowering. So I hope that you who are watching can hear it. In the meantime, where we last left off, we had arrived at Huatley's Island, and we were attacked by the crew of the Maelstrom. The captain and her officers reboarded out of the fog. You gave chase off into the ocean, and then quixotically, the key began to descend into the water, and there was a question about whether or not it might sink. I have since clarified with my players, but for those watching, the key is only able to magnetically repel itself off of land, and if you have only water underneath it, the lower the land goes, even if it's underwater, the lower the key will go until it rests on the water. There's no danger of it sinking so long as there is a power stone socketed into it. If, of course, no power stones are socketed into it, it will sink. However, that being clarified, there's no danger of leaving the key on the water so long as at least one stone is socketed. In the meantime, because of course Yara and Ronnie did not know that about the key because it was new information, they decided to go back to the island where they met with Huatley, the island's namesake and protector, who revealed that she gave a false gemstone to the crew of the Maelstrom to get them to go away. And then she asked if Yara and Ronnie would be willing to fight the Guardians for the right and privilege to claim the stone, or as Watley called it, the one who serves the black ship. And upon Ronnie and Yara agreeing to fight said Guardians, they appeared out of the water, two from the sky, and under the earth itself. You notice that these two, the ones that came up out of the water, actually do have these sort of fish-like gills on their. You notice that the ones who are flying look like the quaddles that you guys fought. Ronnie would recognize them. Yara would not. The quaddles you all fought under in the underworld, in the core of the planet. And then finally, this one is new to Ronnie. It's a larger version of these two, lacks the gills, and of course, more feathers, big teeth, and it looks big enough that it's obviously a size category bigger. So with that, let's go ahead and roll for initiative unless anybody has any questions before we start.
Oh,
right.
One quick question.
Yeah.
Since this is an initiative question, so it's important. So important. You got +4 on my sheet, but I think it actually should be +9 because of my alertness feat. Is that
if you
correct?
gained alertness as a feat, I did not take that into account. So yes,
Okay.
you should.
I just want to make sure I was rolling correct. Okay, I did lose the 5 for the war mage package dealie.
Right.
That doesn't exist anymore now. But okay.
Yeah. Okay.
18.
So, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my
17.
stats here. There we go. So I've got that and that and that. Is that what I decided to do? That's the wrong link there, buddy. There we go.
I'm not going to roll above a 10 all night.
All right, so okay, so we'll treat that as a 4. All right. You said Yara got 18?
Yes.
And Ronnie got
17.
17. And the dinos, nope, that's not what I meant to say.
And it's not a 17. That's a 4.
There we go. And then the dinos, they got a 4. They're the ones who got a 4. Okay, so let's start up at the top. Yara, round 1. Go for it.
How many? I'm gonna say dinosaurs again, but I know that's not what they are. Target.
You can call them dinosaurs if you want.
Okay.
They're feathered reptiles. So
the highly aggressive lizards of unusual size. Coming at me right now. Yeah. We got what? 2 of them?
We've got 2 that came out of the ocean, 2 that came in flying, and then 1 that came up out of the sand.
There's 5 altogether.
Correct.
And we're still just standing on the ship like, haha. Well,
yeah, you're here on the land. This is Ronnie on the land.
Oh, they're just all right next to us then, aren't they?
Yep. They're all right there.
Yeah, the ship is behind us if we wanted to, like...
It's this way.
Yeah.
Well, no sense in holding back at this point. So I'm going to start a sequence so I can imbue. Is that correct? Okay, so I'm going to imbue.
Your first step is going to be to start the sequence by doing one of those actions.
Okay, so I have to take an action, and then I can imbue.
Yeah, as soon as your action starts, as soon as you. Hang on, let me look back at this because you and I are both learning this.
Yeah, at the start of a sequence. So does that mean prior to taking an action?
Let me see what it says. This is Prodigy, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So, training, Prodigy, sequence. You know how a sequence requires the rush induced by real danger. You cannot begin a sequence before combat starts, and your sequence ends automatically. Whenever you perform an action, whenever you perform an action that qualifies as a link, this either begins a new sequence or increases the number of links.
I got you. So I have to successfully get a link first.
Correct. Once you get your link, your sequence starts.
So pew pew pew. I'm gonna spend a spell point and then fire 4 rays off.
Okay. And who are you targeting?
Actually, I'm gonna spend 2. I'm gonna spend 2 spell points.
Ooh.
To maximize the destructive energy of these rays.
Getting crazy.
So looks like the 4 that are closest to me are gonna get nailed because I think that other one might be out of range.
Okay.
Oh, he's still within range, but I'm just gonna hit the 4 that are closest.
Okay.
The two ground and the 2 flying at me.
2 ground, 2 flyers. Yep.
And yeah, so it'll be a ranged spell attack. They are being imbued with ice.
Ooh, okay.
Ice blast. And let's see what we got. So a 16, a 28.
Ooh.
An 18, and the last one's gonna be another 18.
I'm gonna take a guess and say that all of those hit.
Okay. So the first spell point was to give me the 4 ray shots.
Okay.
Scattered out. And then the second point is to maximize their destructive energy, so they should be all 8d8.
Okay. Whatever you have in front of you, I'll take it.
It's 3d8 normally. If you spend an additional spell point, the destructive damage goes to 1d8 plus another d8 every 2 levels.
Then it sounds like you know what you're doing.
Do you just want me to roll once and then multiply that to all the targets?
If we want to be as simple as possible, you're welcome to just do the average.
Okay, let's just do the average then. Instead of me rolling.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of effort.
An absurd amount of 8d8s.
Seems like a lot of effort. So, total of 8d8 per target.
So it
That
should be
would be
32 to each one, right?
32 to each one. Sounds good. All right. So let's say we have sea dino, air dino, sand dino. Sea dinos are now at sea dino, we'll say left, is taking 32 damage. Sea dino right has taken 32. Air dino left has taken 32, and air dino right has taken 32. Excellent.
So-
and then was that your turn?
That gives me one link.
Yep. And then you can
Right.
start to imbue your sequence.
Then I will imbue, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go offense or defense. Probably defense, considering we're outnumbered and I'm probably going to get hit a lot.
Okay.
So
Sure.
I will imbue with, and I can't ever pronounce this word right, but the Aegis, whatever it is, however you pronounce it.
That's fine. Aegis is fine.
Aegis, to give myself an 18 AC.
Okay.
Armored, whatever boon it is.
You are here. Would you like to move?
I think we're going to be fighting back to back on this, Ronnie. I don't think moving is going to do much good at this point, considering
No.
we're surrounded.
I don't think splitting up would be a good idea.
So I'll just back to back with Ronnie and just
Okay.
start blasting.
Sounds good. Okay. So that brings us down to Ronnie's turn. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Well, let me know if that question I sent you.
Yes, I'm actually checking right now, and I have the page open as we speak. Let me go ahead and take a look at it.
That will determine what I do.
Right. This is a marble elephant. It can become an elephant for up to 24 hours. Once it has been used, it can't be used again until 7 days have passed. The ability itself says the creature is friendly to you and your companions. It understands your languages and obeys your spoken commands. If you issue no commands, the creature defends itself but takes no other actions. So it is friendly to you and your companions. It obeys your spoken commands.
Okay, so you think, does that mean it will attack for us?
I would assume so. I mean, like,
Okay.
it's going to defend itself, so if it gets in mortal peril, it'll probably flee. But yeah, I mean, until it gets in mortal peril, probably it's going to be there for you. So if you pull up the stats for an elephant, I'll go ahead and actually grab the mini for it.
Where do I pull up stats for an elephant? Is that in D&D Beyond?
Allow me to help you with that, actually. And there we go. I'm sending them to you now.
Okay.
Oh, any creature damaged by an ice blast has its speed reduced by 10 feet for 1 minute.
Ooh. And is there any save on that?
Any blast-shaped talent that allows a dex instead allows a constitution saving throw, but I don't think a ray allows a saving throw.
Let's check your ice destructive blast type.
But let me, yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
So
Or I'm trying to find ray.
Yeah. So it would be under weather, ice.
Doesn't look like it does. It just
Any
makes
creature
it
damaged by the blast has its move speed reduced by 10 feet. So its save basically would be its AC.
It
Okay.
just gets hit. Because I gotta make the attack roll, it doesn't get a save.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my little marble elephant statue.
Yes.
And let's see.
Let me go grab him.
Okay.
He's got an elephant. I got an elephant in my pocket.
I do. Everyone forgot about him, but I didn't.
Where did you get that elephant
I
at?
got it inside the Mind Stone, I think.
It just went, elephant! Yeah!
So, hold on.
Better than a squid.
It is, yeah, much more
Right.
handy than a squid.
Yeah.
All right, so the stats that this thing is going to use are of that of the marble elephant, but its appearance is literally just an enormous jeweled pewter elephant that appears and begins attacking all of the everything. So it is that size to Ronnie, and then when used, it is that size to everything else.
I like it.
So where are we going to put it, Ronnie? Here or?
I want to put him at least 20 feet away from the big guy.
Okay. How far away can you put him?
I can put him within 60 feet of me.
Okay. So do you want to
But
put
I
him
want
over,
him 20 feet away from that big guy. Yeah.
like over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's go there. That way you can kind of get a line of sight on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull him out, throw him over there. Well, I'm going to say Rajesh, which I guess Rajesh.
Yeah, his name is Raj.
Raj?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Whatever. I'm going to say his name and throw him over there. And when he comes to, I'm going to tell him to. What am I going to tell him to do? I'm going to tell him to trample the big guy.
Ooh, okay, sounds great. So the way I've worked this out with Bran, we've had conversations about how to make summoning creatures more effective. He will act at the end of the round after he gets a lay of the land of what's going on in the battle. So he's not immediately usable, but on the next round, he'll act on your turn.
Okay. And then I'm going to pull out my alchemist sword and get ready for somebody to attack me.
Shing! Okay. All right, so that brings us down to the dinos, and then I'll go ahead and put Rajesh on here, acting on a 0. All right, their movement speed has been reduced by 10, and we're going to go ahead and do some fun things. So this particular creature is going to leap into the air and come down on top of Yara. This one is going to do the exact same thing, leap and come back down on top of Ronnie. The two in the air are going to do a flyby. They don't provoke attacks of opportunity. When it flies out of reach, they have a fly speed of 80. So we're going to go 5, 10, attack, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, 50. And then the same thing here. 5, 10, attack Ronnie. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then this one, we'll see what happens with all of those attacks before we move on. So this comes in and attacks our wizard friend with a 12.
Nope.
All right. The one that comes in and attacks Ronnie gets a 22.
Yes.
Okay. Standing leap. Its long jump is up to 40 feet and its high jump is up to 20 with or without a running start. So it just happens to have the legs for it. It will make 2 attacks. Oh, that first one got a second attack. The second attack on the first one against you, Yara, was a natural 1.
Oh. Hey, keep rolling that way all night.
Let's see what happens as it attempts to. Let's see. The first one was a blade attack with its like hooked toe, and the second one was claws on its front arms. So the second one, you trigger reactions as if you had used a move action. Okay. You may take an attack of opportunity against it if you choose.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Second attack from Leapy Dude here is a 14. Ronnie?
No.
No. Okay, so 1 hit on Ronnie, and it's going to do.
I got a 26 for the attack of opportunity.
Ooh. What weapon are you using?
For now, I'm just using a rapier
Yeah.
to get
So-
my finesse in.
Go ahead and do your damage.
Do I get an attack of opportunity since they flew over me to you?
Well, these two are coming into range, and these two, the flying ones, they have an ability called flyby. The only reason he got to attack this one is because it failed. It rolled a natural one.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Just 7 points of damage.
17 slashing damage to you from its one really big toe claw, Ronnie. And you did how much to the sea dino, right?
Oh, the attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Just 7.
Okay, so 7 points of damage. 32 plus 7 is 39.
I suppose that doesn't add to my link because it's all in the same round.
Correct. You only get one per round.
Darn.
All right, that was the two leaping sea dinos. The two air dinos, one each on each of you guys. They did a dive attack, so it was 30 feet toward a target. Oh, well, yeah, because they would have to. Yep. And then hit with a bite attack. So let's see whether or not they hit. 14 against you, Yara.
Whiff. I got 18 right now.
Okay, and Ronnie, a 15 against you?
No.
Okay, so both of them will chomp at you and fly by, doing nothing in particular. And then let's see which one of you seems more dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Ronnie, this one, like the sea,
Right.
much like the sea dudes, this one comes leaping in, and he's going to do one big chomp down on top of you. It is going to attempt to. Will an 18 hit you, Ronnie?
Nope.
Really?
My
Wow.
AC is 19.
Gosh. Okay, he's going to
Nice.
use his multi-attack to attack twice. Wait, you said your AC was what?
19.
Oh, man. Okay, well, he comes down with his jaws twice and attempts to hit you and fails both times, just barely that first time. Apparently, it's completely ignoring the elephant, who I guess it sees as, not a threat. So far, it's just standing there. But that brings us down to the bottom of the round, where our jeweled Rajesh gets to go. So Rajesh is going to follow the instructions you gave him and attack the big guy. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And go ahead and make your attack roll.
All right, so he's doing trampling charge. Let's see. Runs straight toward a creature and then hits with a gore attack on the same turn, and that target must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay.
All right, so I guess it's just a gore attack.
Okay. So make your gore attack, and then it has to succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw.
All right. Ooh. 23.
All right. You hit with the gore attack. The dino turns, seeing the danger, but not quite in time, as it's impaled in its ribs by one of Raj's tusks. It makes its strength saving throw and resists, and now sort of clamps its jaws onto the other tusk and starts struggling and grappling with the elephant. So go ahead and do your damage.
Uh, 15.
And Dino takes 15 damage. And succeeded on the strength saving throw, so it does not take stomp damage. Okay. So that brings us down to the bottom of the round. We now have the layer action. You see
Yeah, we don't like layers.
You see, standing now atop the rocky outcropping, Huatley presents herself again. She's arrayed in this almost silvery-looking metal, the feathers of her reptile friends adorning her in various locations. And she holds aloft her spear, again, also adorned with the feathers. And pounds the butt of the spear down onto the rock where she's standing, and you see that in answer, it's almost if this shockwave like pulsates through the sand, and all of the sand within an immediate sort of 60 feet of her goes poof, up into the air and begins swirling as if in a sandstorm. I need everybody to give me a Constitution.
Oh, goody.
Including Rajesh.
6.
4 for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
it's not a good throw for me.
Ouch, I rolled the same. Oh my god, hold on.
Oh man. Okay.
No, 5 for Rajesh there.
Okay.
I'm
The
getting ready to
swirling
check.
sands so unexpectedly getting kicked up into the air, now swirling around each of you in this almost crafted sandstorm. You are blinded for 1 round,
Cool.
and you take Yara. You take 2, and Ronnie 3 points of basically slashing damage as the sands rip and tear at your exposed flesh, which Yara happens to have a lot of. That brings us to Yara's turn. You're up top.
Okay, well, I need to look up something now. I'm
Okay.
blinded. So many. I need to just bookmark these. I wish I had a physical book of this.
Right.
I need to see if I can undo this with the life sphere. I'm not sure that I can or not.
Okay.
If I can, I'm going to, because being blinded is pretty bad.
Yeah. So a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Yeah, I really don't need that in my life. Yes. It's only... Well, let me look here.
Go ahead and mark down Allison. Rajesh also took 4 points of slashing damage.
Oh, yeah. I should probably... 4 points?
4.
Okay.
I can do it, but I'm trying to figure out if I can do it to everyone.
Okay. Shall I take a look at the life sphere with you?
I think I need a talent to do it, but I most assuredly will take that talent.
So this says the restore is an action. You can spend either 1 disease or 1 condition afflicting the target. You can end, so that's blinded. If the condition target is caused by an ongoing effect, this suppresses the effect for a number of rounds equal to da-da-da-da. Cannot be used to remove curses or instantaneous effects. You would probably need something to make that faster, because you're only blinded for 1 round.
Yeah, but they're going to have advantage on all their attacks to us this round. So that'll be pretty devastating.
I think it doesn't say that you can spend any spell points to make that faster. So I think it's just the 1 action. And then you can probably
But it's instantaneous, right? So it like immediately unblinds everybody.
Well, yes. It does. It says it targets 1 creature. But I imagine you can probably have, there's got to be some talent that makes it additional creatures or something. Greater latent empathic, restorative.
That's what I'm trying to figure out if there's...
Tell you what, let me see if there's something specifically referencing, what is the ability called? Restore.
Yeah, it doesn't, at least nothing that I can see, there doesn't seem to be anything that...
Yeah, I think until we find something specifically that tells you can target more than 1 creature, it'll just be a 1 action, 1 creature thing. So it looks like it's either you or Ronnie.
Oh, that's brutal. It's going to be Ronnie because then at least Ronnie can do something this round.
Okay.
So I will spend the spell point and touch Ronnie, who's right behind me. So at least I know where she's at.
So
And undo her condition.
just for funsies, roll luck dice to see if by chance you end up affecting one of the dinos. Actually, I'll say roll one die, and if it's like, I don't know, just roll one die.
3.
Okay, yeah, no special luck. That's fine. You reach behind you and you touch Ronnie
All right.
because you know
Sight
where she is.
reclaimed.
So Ronnie, you feel the powers of life infuse your body, and it's like drops of Visine just like hitting your eyeball, and you're going perfect, I can see. And of
Are we
course,
gonna-
you look over and you see Yara going.
Are we going to count that as a heal for link purposes?
That's an excellent question. Let me take a look at links. Actually, it'll be on your character sheet. Let's see. So it says heal, restore HP to an ally, or remove a harmful condition. You did remove a harmful condition, so yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you gain a link.
Cool, I got a link out of the deal. Now I'm going to get beat up.
All right. Would you like to move or bonus action?
No, because we're surrounded. I'm not going anywhere.
That was Yara's turn. Down to Ronnie.
Now that I can see, the one that's engaged with Yara, what's it looking like?
This one?
Yeah.
That's the one that crawled out of the ocean. It's got the gills. It's got the big sort of meat hooks for claws on its feet.
Has Yara done any damage to it yet?
Yara has done damage to those two and the two flying ones.
Okay. It's been like a really long time since I've actually been in a battle. Do they just have to be? Does the bad guy just have to be next to an ally, or does it have to be engaged with the ally for me to get my sneak attack damage on it? Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, okay. Sorry, it's been a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
5e kind of simplified stuff with the sneak attack considerably.
Yes, as a DM, I have coming off of Pathfinder because Pathfinder gave you advantage, but
yeah,
it worked differently. I have ruled it differently in the past, but the rules as written is exactly as Chelsea says. If they're within 5 feet, you get sneak attack. So there you go.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna go after that big guy then.
Okay, so big guy's taking a stab to the back.
Oh my god.
You got your inspiration die too.
Oh yeah. Well, I might not need it. Does a 20 hit?
Does a 20 hit the big guy?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yay. Okay. So I get okay. I think I filled my hilt with poison last time.
I remember you doing that.
Okay, so I got the sword damage and the poison damage and the sneak attack damage.
Awesome. Now, does it just deal poison damage, or does it also have to save or be poisoned?
It just does poison damage unless I crit, and then if I crit, it has to save to be poisoned.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
I lost count of all my dice. Shh, don't talk. I'm trying to count.
You rogue who dis.
All right. Okay.
That was a lot of dice.
I know. And there was a lot of twos. All right. 21.
21 damage.
Yeah.
Sand Dino will take 21 damage on top of the 15. That gives him 36 damage.
And Then I'm going to use my bonus action to attack with my punching dagger.
Ooh, okay. Your Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, 19 will hit.
I am rolling so many, like, 10s. It's ridiculous. Okay, punching. Oh, hold on. Just rolled it. 7 damage.
7. Okay, so that brings it up to 43. 43 damage. Anything else from Ronnie? No moves?
No, I'm going to stick with Yara for now.
Okay. On the dinos. Actually, at the end of your turn, Mr. Elephant goes. What is he going to do?
The blind elephant. Ah!
Yeah, he is blind, but he is going to, he's going to keep attempting to attack, so he'll gore, I guess.
Okay.
That's better. 21.
Okay, 21 hits.
Okay. Oh my god. 10.
Okay.
I'm just rolling like 1s and 2s for right now.
So that's a total of 53 damage on the sand dino.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's the end of hero round. Okay, so Dino's turn.
Lord.
This dino takes advantage of the soft, silty sand underneath him and uses his burrow speed to go under the sand. Meanwhile, these two bros, this guy's actually going to move in, remaining in threatening area with everybody so that this one can then maneuver here and they can get advantage on their attacks. They would already have the advantage anyway because Yar is blind.
I have a question.
Ooh, natural 20, yes.
Did he leave their range by burrowing?
He did. I think Yara has already used her reaction.
Hasn't it been?
But,
it's been their turn since then, hasn't it? Though.
Yeah, it's
So they've
another
got
round.
Yeah, that was last
oh,
round.
You're right. Good call. Let me think about that. Yes. So right now, Yara and the elephant are blinded. So in my head canon, it doesn't make sense for them to like realize what's going on and be able to make the attack. But like for sure, Ronnie should. Yeah. So Ronnie, you want to make an opportunity attack against the burrowing creature?
Sure. 25.
Actually, now that I think about it, you would get an opportunity attack if it were moving more than 5 feet away. It is not moving more than 5 feet away.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, it's not moving more than 5 feet away.
I wasted a decent roll.
I'm sorry. Okay, so the crit on Yara from C Dino right is going to deal slashing normal damage to the target's weapon. You're wielding a rapier.
Yep.
Okay. We'll worry about actual like object hit points here in a second. I just want to see how much damage it deals. So this guy is going to deal 2d6 plus 4. Nope, this is claws. There we go. And because this is a crit, I'm doubling the dice. So 4, 8, 15. $29 total slashing damage, and then normal damage to the rapier. 9 damage to the rapier. No, 13 damage to the rapier. We'll come back and decide what that means later.
I am gonna use my link and do a sequence finisher for resilience. Or sorry,
Okay.
Ironhide. So
Yep.
I'll reduce 10 damage off of that 29.
Great. Sounds good. This creature will then make its second attack. It's going to use its bite and fail the first roll. Oh my gosh, natural 20 on the second one.
Oh my God.
Because advantage. So slashing the target is prone. And you take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 28 more points of slashing damage from this one. And then this one's going to get its attack. Fail, fail. That's on its claw, and then its bite. Fail, fail. All right. From underneath, Dude Bro is now going to attempt to use its swallow ability. Does a 24 hit you?
That hits either one of us. So
So we're doing Yara. They wanted to take down the spellcaster because she just did 4 rays. That was big. Because you are a size category smaller, you will take 2d10 piercing damage from the teeth, plus 5, so 8, 12 plus 5 is 17 piercing damage, and you are swallowed. During which time you are considered grappled, so therefore restrained, and you are also blinded because you're inside of a creature. However, you have total cover against attacks and other effects outside. You'll just take 3d6 acid damage at the start of each of the creature's turns.
alrighty.
So it's sticking its head up out of the sand. That means, Ronnie, you do have a target if you choose. However, most of it is under the sand. Okay, that's those dinos. These two will come in and flyby attack Ronnie. Like that. And we'll do, you are not blinded, so you would, does a 20 hit you?
Yeah.
And then a 19, so that both of those hit you.
Yep.
So this is 13. So 15 piercing from this one, and 11, 12, 13 piercing from this one.
So 15 and 12.
15 and 11, I think.
Oh my gosh.
And then at the end of the round, Quatley will again tap her staff. All of the sand that was previously kicked up drops. And from seaward, you see this enormous tidal wave beginning to roll in. It hasn't arrived yet, but it is gaining height and speed. That brings it back up to Yara.
I'm blinded, I'm grappled, and I'm in acid.
So in
Is
order
that
to,
about right?
yeah, in order to escape the grapple, you're going to need to succeed on an opposed acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay, well, I guess I do have acrobatics somehow. I will try an acrobatics check.
All right.
18.
Yeah, so the interior stomach muscles of the lizard sort of choke you off, and the throat kind of tries to pinch and keep you inside. It's resisting the gag reflex, but you, Ronnie, you see the enclosed jaws of this lizard, this frilled lizard, sort of clenching its teeth and trying desperately to keep Yara inside. But you see Yara now, fingers emerging through the teeth, and the other hand coming up and prying the jaws open and pushing her way out. And then standing to one side as she emerges from the gullet of this mostly under the sand dinosaur.
Not today, Graboid.
So you successfully avoided taking acid damage on your turn. Well done. That was
and I get a link for that because it's an overcome.
yes, it is.
Yay.
Well done there. Okay, so because you have used your action to get out, you have a bonus and a movement left if you'd like to use them.
I don't know if I can use the bonus to do anything. I can't cast a spell. I can't attack with a bonus. I don't know. I don't think I've got nothing off the top of my head that I can use a bonus for.
Okay, sounds good. That brings us down to Ronnie.
Okay, I'm going to attack the big guy again.
All right.
He's back up.
Head poking out through the sand.
Much, much better. 27.
Ooh, yes, that will hit. And there is an ally within 5 feet, so
Yes.
he pretty much can't move.
Sorta. I'm like trying to come out of its.
You're there. You count. Hey, even if you were inside of him, I think it would count.
It's like he's choking on you. You're distracting him. Ugh.
You are within 5 feet, always. All right.
It would have been even funnier if I hadn't escaped and I still counted to help you get a sneak attack
Right.
while I was being eaten.
You stick one hand out right here.
36 points of damage.
Ooh,
That's much better.
points of damage. On top of the 53, how does Ronnie want to do this?
Yay! I just want to go with my sword just right between the eyes since it's just his head. Actually, no. I want to do right in his mouth and go up and get him in the brain. That's what I want to do.
Oh, okay, great. Are you using your poisoned sword?
Yes.
Okay, so this sand dino reaches out and starts snapping at Yara's heels, and Ronnie's like, "Hey, Featherbrain!" Turns, starts snapping at Ronnie's heels, and then Ronnie takes advantage, times it just right, and as the mouth is opening, shoves the poison blade down, breaking the upper mouth bone of the dinosaur and shoves the poison blade through this thing's brain. It sort of sits there and twitches a little bit, and then when Ronnie yanks the sword out, that was all it took, and the head goes limp on the sand, mostly buried. Okay.
As
Bonus
a
movement?
bonus action, I probably would I be able to drink a potion as a bonus action because I have fast hands? I don't think it doesn't say drink a potion though.
What does fast hands let you do?
Anyone can drink their own potion as a bonus.
Fast hands is I can use a bonus action, do a dex check, sleight of hand, thieves' tools, disarm traps, open a lock, use an object. So I
Yeah, I think that qualifies. You're safe. Go ahead and take your potion.
All right, I'm gonna. How much is a moderate healing potion worth?
2d8 plus 2d8 plus 4? Question mark?
Okay, that was 12 points I healed.
Let me confirm that for you. PQR potion of... Oh, okay. So it wouldn't have been D8s. It would still have been D4, or sorry to say plus 4. This is going to be 4D4, but 2D8 is vaguely the same. And if you're okay with that, I don't mind.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. 4D4 would have been more than that. Go ahead and roll. Just reroll your healing. Go 4D4 plus 4.
Okay. It was less.
Oh, go ahead and take the higher. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
All right. So bonus action, taking the healing potion. That's Ronnie. You're not going to move. Okay. Dino's turn. Oh, what's the elephant doing? What's Raj?
Oh, can I also tell him to attack the little guy now?
Yeah. Go ahead and
All
make
right.
your attack against the little guy.
I'm going to tell him to attack the little guy in front of him now.
Awesome.
He's going to do that. Oh. $13.
Okay. 14 against C Dino will not hit.
Okay.
So the boring tusks scatter off the thick hide, scaly hide of the. All right. So will Raj move at all?
No, he's going to stay right. He's going to attack the little guy, so he'll stay right there.
Okay, sounds good. We're going to say this little guy takes the disengage action, and he will scuttle away into the water. This one will also take the disengage action and scuttle away into the water. This guy's dead. These two will fly back and go ahead and do one apiece. So one there and one there. Yara is no longer blind, so this is a total of bite 14 against Yara, which fails, and 8, which fails against Ronnie. Okay. That brings us to the bottom of the round. The rising, lengthening, heightening, thickening, quickening tidal wave now rushes over about 30, 40 above the parked quay and slams down on top of both of you and also Raj. So I'm going to need you guys to give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, no.
I'm finally free of that beast. Ah! Yeah, well.
Oh, okay. 16 for Ronnie.
Okay.
And 24 for Raj.
Ooh, okay. Raj is very sturdy as an elephant. He's absolutely fine. How about you, Yara?
No. 9.
Okay. So this is going to be a DC 17, unfortunately. So both Yara and Ronnie are pushed back 10 feet. So Ronnie goes 5'10" up against Raj. 5'10" up against Raj, and then
I just cling on to the elephant for dear life.
Yeah, basically you're hanging on to his tusk as he passes by. And then each of you takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the water slams you into the beach. The key will also sort of rock and sway, but maintain its composure because it's freaking huge and made of metal. That's the end of Dino turn and layer actions. Quatley appears strangely unaffected by any of this. I say strangely, not so strangely. That brings it back up to Yara.
Alright, I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to unleash hell again or heal my broken. Sorry.
Take these broken wings.
These layer actions aren't spells, are they?
They are not. Technically
Okay.
speaking, they are just things that occur.
Yeah, I'm really good at countering spells, so this has just been brutal. This is like no spells, just getting pummeled this combat. Alright, well. I think I'm just gonna go with my rays of pummeling again. Although the flying creatures are probably out of range by now, aren't they?
Let's see, you've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh no, they're
but
still
they're-
within range.
But they're also up in the air, and you're prone.
Well, I stand up as my move action. How many targets are within 30 feet of range? It's hard for me to tell since they're in the air.
Right. Within 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Probably no one, because these two are in the ocean. I'm just putting them there to remind you guys that they exist. And then those two are far enough away from you that you probably wouldn't be able to reach anything within 30.
Okay, the two in the ocean, how far away are they?
You could make a perception check to see if you can see them. They are under the water.
I will do that. Not great. It's just a 12.
Yeah, it seems like, let's see, how far could they have gone, I guess is the question I have in my brain. They could have gone pretty far. They're outside of your perception range.
If I can't see them, I can't target them. So
Right.
I can't see them then, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, so if you want to attack one of the ones in the air, you'd have to move. Otherwise, you have no targets, basically.
I can't move because I'm just got up from being prone. So
No, that you move half your movement to stand up. And then you can
it's
use
only
it-
half?
Yeah.
Then I'll use the other half to move closer to one of the flying ones.
All right, you want righty or lefty?
Right. I'm just gonna hit him with the universal.
Okay.
So it's random. I'll have to roll what he gets hit with.
All right. Sounds like fun. You went chaos magic on this one?
I could, but I feel like this battle is already chaotic enough as it is, getting pummeled with layer actions. So I'm just gonna, I guess, throw a. I'm just gonna do a ray and just spend one spell point for the increased damage.
Okay.
And then I'll just roll randomly to see what the effect is. Oops, I was just on it. Good grief, where is it? Let me just see if I even hit before I bother even rolling for the damage.
No worries.
28, so I'm pretty sure I hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I just need to find universal. There we go. I don't know why it is gonna be lightning.
Sounds great. Makes sense.
So I'll just, to speed things up, go with the average again instead of rolling AD8. So just another 32.
All right, so 32 on Air Dino right. Air Dino right was at 32, I believe. Yep. So we've got... 32. Yeah. How does Yara want to do this?
Looks like it's gonna be a crispy flying. Just like, you can see its bones and stuff. Is it just like...
Okay, go. So it's on its way past you, and it's flying away. It's starting to bank around a little bit, and you take advantage of like it presenting its full like target, its full sort of dorsal side as a target, and you. The way the magic works for lightning is that you basically draw electrons out of its body into your hands, and then when you release the spell, all those electrons go snapping back, and just electrify the crap out of it. You see all of its feathers just go, and the thing falls to the ground with a big plume of sand exploding outward, and this thing is just one big crispy Kentucky Fried quaddle. Still sort of arcing with electricity. So dead. There's that. All right. That brings it down to Ronnie's turn.
I'm gonna stand up. Can I climb up on Raj with the rest of my movement?
I'll say that's fine. There's nothing stopping you, and you've got enough movement to do it, so why not?
Okay. Can the mini stand on Raj?
Let's see if it can. You know what? Hanging from Raj will work. There it is.
That works. Okay. Can I use my bonus action to pull out my short bow, or is that an action?
That's part of your movement. That's part of interacting with an object. I'm fine with it.
So I will put my sword away, pull out my short bow, and I'm going to fire at the other flying one.
Oh, I see. So putting something away, I think, would be free with the movement, but then taking something out, I'll call it your bonus. But yeah, go ahead and make your attack with the bow.
Okay. Uh, 17.
Okay, 17 against the flying dino will hit.
All right. Seven
damage. Where do you want to strike this thing to kill it?
I'm going to be super impressive and do it right through its eye.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so climbing on top. No, we're going to say parkouring up the elephant with the elephant's assistance.
Like
using its trunk to like bring you
just slide down up in the trunk.
Yeah. You deftly sort of like do a tuck and roll onto its back, stand up in one fluid movement, draw an arrow, knock it and release, and the dino spins, comes back around to do its return pass to chomp you in the face. And as you wait for it, hold, and then as it gets like 3 feet away, you let it go and Legolas that thing to death.
Yeah. And then I'm going to tell Raj to hold his ground so he doesn't run off into the ocean.
Just immediately drowns. Ooh.
Oh no. All right, sounds good. All right, that brings it down to the end of Ronnie's turn. This will be the dino's turn. You hear nothing, you see nothing coming from the ocean. And then suddenly, because of course suddenly has to be part of it, let's see. They return, come charging up out of the water, and they will, 40 feet? Long jump is 40 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, yeah, no. Straight at Ronnie, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yep. The two sea dinos, as smoothly as like crocodiles. Have you ever seen a crocodile charge someone from out of the water? It is frightening. These guys come swipping out of the water and then leap as soon as they hit sand, and they both charge at Ronnie simultaneously. They'll get advantage on their attack because opposing. Oh my gosh, natural 20.
Yay.
Other dude rolls a 2, and not
20.
enough. Okay, second attack from natural 20, bro. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Second attack from other dude. Doesn't work.
That's so brutal.
Doesn't work. Yeah, so we got a natural 20 from this guy, really just taking advantage of the surprise attack coming out of nowhere. And
I'm gonna
slashing normal damage.
How much?
So, one moment. So it takes a D4 persistent bleed. Oh, okay. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh. 21.
Okay. After taking the initial 2 bleed damage, your body is able to resist the effect and staunch the flow, and then it will deal its usual 44. Nope, but double because crit. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What did I say the first one was?
10.
10 plus 11, so 21 plus 4 is 25 points of slashing damage as this thing comes down on top of you with its one hook-like claw and then sort of tears down the side of the elephant as well, not dealing any damage, but cinematically they're both kind of just like clinging on the side of this elephant trying to snap at you.
Can I use Uncanny Dodge to have that?
I think you can only use that if it's allowed a dex save, is that right?
I thought,
Evasion's
No,
dex
that's
save, uncanny dodges, melee damage.
evasion is dex save,
Ah.
I think.
I
Yeah,
don't know
Uncanny
how it works.
Dodge is a reaction to have damage.
Okay, yeah, go for it then.
So what is it, be 13 then?
25 and a half. We guess 12.
12? Okay.
Nice. I like how Chelsea is pretty much the encyclopedia of rules at this point. This is cool.
She's
Yeah,
played
Just
everything.
for rogues. I play a rogue on Wednesdays, so.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
She's played everything.
When an attacker that you can see hits you with any attack, you can use the reaction to have the attack stand. Yeah. All right. Perfect. So that's the dinos, and then we come down to our final layer action.
Nah.
Will wave,
Layers.
will grab her spear by both hands and swirl it in the air, and at her command, down coming from above, a whirlwind of pain.
Help.
Right. Bran isn't the only one that can cast Vortex. Comes down on top of y'all, and I'll just leave it here so everybody can see what's going on. And the Vortex ability reads as follows.
Regretting life choices. Why did I come to silence? Ah!
Yeah. Let's see. So actually, this one, because it is a sphere effect, I will allow you an opportunity to counterspell if you want.
Oh yeah. Counterspell. Is it an actual
You're breaking up, buddy.
okay. Is it actually a spell or
Say again.
is it an actual spell being cast?
It is a spell being cast. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna attempt to do greater spell reform. Who is casting the spell?
It's Watley.
Where are they at? I don't know if I can even see them.
Watley's right there, up on top of the rock.
Yeah, so I'm gonna attempt the greater spell reflect then.
Okay, sounds great.
That
I have a question about spell reflect. Because this is an area of effect, does spell reflect require it to be targeting you?
yeah, that's what I'm looking. Yeah, okay, so when targeted by a magic effect.
Right. So you could counter the spell.
So
or
I
you
can
could
counter,
dispel
but
the
I
spell.
can't reflect.
You wouldn't be able to reflect the spell.
So counter. There's vicious dispel or counter spell. I'm just gonna attempt a counter spell then.
Great.
I think vicious dispel might also work, but
I think dispel is 10-minute casting time unless you want to spend some spell points to make it faster.
oh, it's that long.
Well, yeah, it's the idea of like disenchanting something. So I would say counterspell is probably what you're looking at.
Does vicious dispel take that long too?
If you're using the base dispel ability, yeah. The base dispel ability is 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, counterspell it is then.
But you
So,
can make it faster by the casting time is reduced to 1 action as an augment for 1 spell point. But in order to get to cast it as a reaction, I think it's the counterspell ability. So
yeah, I won't be able to. Yeah, I have to counterspell then. Okay, so I'm just gonna counterspell,
okay.
and that's just an opposed caster check.
I presume so. Yeah.
So when I roll, I just need to roll my spellcasting ability or my
Yeah.
spell attack.
I think it's going to be a d20 plus your proficiency plus your casting ability modifier.
Okay. So it's going to be a 22.
You stare Huatley in the face as you see the spear being swirled in the air and the very telltale signs of summoning the air to her command. And you recognize you've trained for this your entire life. You know exactly how to make this happen. An interesting thing, when spells are being cast, it's actually redirecting the ambient mana flow and affecting the matter and energy in a space. What you do when you counter a spell is you basically pop the cork on the mana that they have gathered to create this spell effect, and all that mana flows back out into the ambient mana flow, essentially causing the spell to fail. So nothing happens. You've drained all the power, all the juice out of her spell in the moments that it takes her to cast it. So nothing happens. The air does not obey her command. You all
Oh, thank goodness. I did not want to be in a tornado.
are not sucked into a vortex of doom. And that's the layer action. Back up to, actually, at this point, because there's only 2 bros left and you have just dispelled her layer action, we're going to go ahead and say that these 2 bros, unless you decide to hang on to them, are going to escape back into the ocean, and we're going to end combat there.
Okay.
Well done. Yara and Ronnie double teaming this group of 5 dinos and 1 very powerful planeswalker. So we're going to come back to Ronnie and Yara in just a moment, and we'll reconvene with our friends aboard the ship, aboard the Maelstrom. Yes, well done. Although I feel like you all have taken some damage.
Oh yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, woman inherits the earth, 100%. So back aboard the Maelstrom, the pirate ship has just gotten done sinking into the ocean, and everybody else has sort of fled. All of the officers of the pirate ship have dived into the water, divided into the water, and have escaped. Actually, this is a good point to call a break. You want to call a break and come back to you guys when we're done?
Yeah.
Okay. Back in a moment.
are now. How full is this room? Is is it just us and her, or is it like all of her crew in the room with us? So we're all in this room though. It's a crowded room. Okay. Yes. She had us all come with her, right? The fuck? Can I? I'm gonna. I would like to try to go back up onto deck. onto the deck to see if there's anybody. Yes, please. I heard most of it, but there were a couple of lines that I missed. Down in the cabin, I want to look at Rocky and Jareth and just be like, where? Okay. That stone was there, right? The one in the staff? Where could it... What happened? Was it never there? It was there. But it's not here now. Like, not... It didn't even, like, just drop through a hole in the floor to the bottom deck or anything. It's just not here. I'll help with that, yeah. Well, but... Oh, shit, yeah. In that case, I will assist Jareth with my +1. good thought, though. Like recall it or something? don't know about any of this magical stuff, so until when they're done using my help to investigate and stuff, I'm just gonna go up on deck and see what I can do to help around to make the ship go faster, so we can get back. Maybe keep an eye out for like anything weird, either among the crew or like surrounding us in the water. Insight, 19. Perception, 18. Did pretty good. Okay. I will just, if they'll let me, I'll just help out around the ship where they need an extra hand. I was gonna say from the deck, I'd like to start waving just so that they don't think that they need to start firing on this ship. I'll like just be like, it's us. Yes, please. Yeah. I used 5 hit dice. And I'm not quite at full, but I'm close enough. Yeah. We lost you for about 20 seconds there, Jay. Oh, hey, are those bodies still on the beach? Did I hear that that thing had feathers? I want to grab a big one. I want the most colorful big one that I can pluck. I'm really good at this. 21. How big are they? Nice. I just wanted the feathers. I don't know about the rest of it. Do you want the feathers, Ronnie? Then I'm keeping them. I feel like even that wouldn't have been nice. Oh. Have we all equally been filled in on everything that's happened and about to happen? You guys still have your inspirations too? Yeah. I don't want to sit on a beach. I mean, if we just let you guys take the reins, we can at least be there in case something goes wrong. Our attacks? No. So we can let you guys take the reins, just let us be there. I don't have pockets, but I mime the pocket. It's a robe, so I'll just do this. Is it also? Is it? I don't know if I'm not the only one, but I don't trust those guys out there. Do we have any idea if they're gonna follow us in and then screw it all up for us? Like, what happens if that goblin sneaks in after us? I bet he's pretty sneaky, and then he grabs something. It just might be a good idea, or at least something to keep an eye on. Ooh. He seems like he's form fit for this job. I have one final concern. Now that I think of it, the one stone that they did have got stolen right from under everybody's noses, like literally within the last hour and 15 seconds. And if I've learned anything from you guys, anybody with a stone can get on that key. Is that right? Can anybody with, like, if whoever stole that stone can just walk up and get on board? Okay, I just wanted to bring that up because, for all we know, I mean, whoever it was could have heard that we've got 4 or 5, 6 other stones, however many we've got, and just decided to follow us. Okay, so it's not going to be a concern then. Okay. All right then. I feel like we would feel that from, we would feel tremors or something from that much explosions. It's true. To the cave.
You have recovered the spire shot. You are embarking upon your journey into the cave. All right. So
I would make sure I have the warp stone and the mind stone with me though before we go.
Okay, Allison has the warp stone and the mind stone. You all are able to descend the steps. Rocky, it's a bit difficult for you because the passageway is sized for a medium creature. But all that means is that you're filling up the space, and you're treating it as difficult terrain, so you can still get through. It's just you're plugging the hole.
Is it made out of? Do I still have the ability to earth glide?
You do have the ability to earth glide.
Can my arms just kind of go through the walls?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, you're sitting like a little kid sticking his arms out of the window while you're traveling down the highway. Yeah, you're doing the arms through the stone thing.
Is it? Can we see? Does anybody need light? How dark is it?
Oh, it's 100% dark.
Okay, if we need light, I'll just I'll pick up a pebble and cast my glow on it from the light sphere. I think it's. I'll double check.
Is everyone coming down?
I'm going to command Penny to stay at the door and block it, but that's about it.
Okay. So, stay with him.
I'll leave him there. He's good.
Okay. So Finney is going to curl up on the top step, and the invisible barrier will. All right. We're not worried about order of operations here, so you all descend the staircase. It is jagged and organic as that goes. It does open up into natural open areas and sort of get more narrow in other places. You notice that it is only one path, and it is very deliberately designed to make sure that you are only allowed to go one direction. As you descend, there are no light sources. The walls here are quite damp, but you notice that they seem to have not been exposed to the elements for quite a long time. So everything is relatively clean. There's some minor, sort of algae-like organisms living in the cracks and crevices. But otherwise, this place is fairly empty and, in fact, seems like maintained. You get the impression that Huatli has kept her house in order. As you get down to what you take as the base of the staircase, you see that now there is, in fact, a light source. You see that there is indeed a light at the bottom of the staircase. And as you emerge into this spacious cavern, there is the source of light is coming from just inside, and what I say spacious cavern. It opens up maybe 15 feet high, 20 or so feet wide, and about 30 to 40 feet deep. But for all that, there are piles upon piles of treasure. And I'll go ahead and show you what I'm using for inspiration here. You see this. Atop one central chest in the middle is another one of those quattles that appears to be perched, sleeping. And then as you enter the room, it wakes up, looks at you, and as if like a guard that appears to be taking his position, the bird stretches out its leathery wings and spreads its feathers. And you see that there are several sort of oil lamps, like Aladdin genie style, like brass oil lamps that sort of flare into life around, like behind it and around the edges of the cavern. And it simply sits there and looks at you, cocking its head to the side curiously to see what you'll do.
Do we get to fight that one?
Why don't we all just hang back and let them figure out their puzzle?
In other words, no.
Can I just kind of step back to the stairs and just kind of glance up? I just want to see if anybody's followed us down.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make your, we'll call it perception check.
Nobody behind us but that annoying goblin.
22.
22. You're fairly certain that you don't hear or see anything suspicious coming down the stairs.
Okay, I'm going to hold position there and just watch both ways.
Okay, very good.
So who is the one who serves the black ship? That is the question.
So do we see a bunch of
Yes.
stones?
Yeah, go ahead and do an investigation check, each of you separately.
I'm going to put on my goggles.
Do it.
I'm going to use inspiration, probably.
Net one.
We're getting near the end of the night anyway. Yeah, I'm using inspiration to boost it.
23.
23.
So 15 plus 2.
Is this investigation you said?
Investigation check, yeah. Whoever is down there and looking around at what is inside that cavernous area, yeah, go ahead and make your investigation.
27.
Ooh, very nice.
I got a 16.
Okay. So the 16, Rocky, will reveal that the treasure pile is a treasure pile like most. It's got some coins, it's got some, jewelry, it's got some, very well manufactured objects. There's one big chest in the middle that appears to be overflowing with all this treasure and sort of spreading out in various piles. Obviously, you've got the bird on top of it. The lid of the chest is slightly ajar. And then the lamps, of course, all around. The next highest after that was Ronnie, I think. You got a 23, was that right?
Yep.
So you notice that specifically some of the objects, you see like a sextant, and you see a telescope, and you see some like a bracelet and a necklace and a belt, all of which are like made of metal and gemstones and things. You see, of course, the piles of gold coins. You see individual like cut gemstones, the kind of things that you would expect to see in jewelry, but larger and not affixed to anything specifically, just independent of anything else. You do notice that with the light behind the bird, that there is a little bit of sort of glow passing through the feathers. And so it kind of gives this sort of ethereal quality to the creature. But specifically with a 27, I believe, Yara?
Yep.
You're able to discern at a quick glance exactly what all of these things are made of. You see that there's jewelry made of gold and silver. You see that there are rubies and emeralds. There's pearls. You see that there are there's a sweets box, the kind that you would have like a tin, but it's made out of silver that you would have like candy or whatever inside of. You see that the chest is made out of wood, and then it has like iron fittings. You see that there is, in fact, a pistol sort of sticking out at one side, very much like this one, just sort of perched against the chest. And because you rolled so high, I'm going to actually give you a list of things that you see. One of the last things that you noticed, as a matter of fact, with a 27, is that in addition to all of these other details, you notice that the metals specifically, there's brass, gold, silver, iron, that all the different gemstones. And you notice that among the quattle's spread wings, that there's one particular feather that actually stands out as different than the others, where most of their feathers are either red or blue. This one particular feather in its wing, like about 5 down from the top, is like a pale yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that list of things that you find as you look around.
Okay. I'm going to start with a simple detect magic, because obviously the stone has to emanate magic. So that should, if there's any of these items that are just plain nonsense, then they shouldn't emanate any magic at all.
Right. How long does it take you to cast detect magic?
The changes, I don't know. It's just like cantrip, right?
I'm not super worried about it. I just want to make sure it doesn't take like hours or something.
No, it shouldn't.
Okay, so you find yourself here in the cavern, and you weave the spell to pick up on ambient mana sort of signatures that are currently at higher harmonics, which indicate like some kind of enchantment. Not the cavern itself, not the stone, but everything inside of the cavern, including the lamps and the bird and the chest, all emanate a soft glow.
Well, it couldn't be that simple, could it? Every item is emanating magic, so there will be no eliminating by that process.
I will also say, because you cast detect magic specifically, roll an Arcana check.
I rolled a 15 again, which is going to be, I think, 25.
You detect the alteration sphere. No. Well, yeah, alteration and creation, which you would know are specifically aligned with what would in typical D&D be like the transmutation sphere. Everything detects as having been transformed in some way.
Okay.
I'm going to get out the Mind Stone.
Okay.
Like, hey, Artax.
Bring.
Yep.
May I help you?
Yeah, can you reach out to any of the stones or over here in the chest? Anyone talk back to you?
Interesting. He'll go ahead and make his perception check. Yes. Most curious. Alas, it appears that this particular puzzle is designed to be resistant to mental probes. I detect either several hundred presences or none.
Crap. Okay. I just pop them back in my bag.
You're welcome.
Do I surmise, am I allowed to examine items, or is that going to be considered taking an item if I pick it up?
Well, I think it's probably. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I mean, this basically goes back to the earlier, like, is it okay if we bring more people inside sort of question. Again, you're kind of left with what she said. So,
all right, so I won't touch anything because that was clearly the case, unless I'm sure it's going to be one of my 3 guesses at this point. So I'll just get closer and observe the items.
okay. What are you looking for specifically?
I don't have anything I'm looking for specifically, so I'm just going to look at them.
Okay. You notice that there are some things that describe all of these objects in particular. You notice that all of them are very well made. You notice that they have been painstakingly crafted, that all were sort of crafted with a high attention to detail. You notice that all of them are probably very valuable. And then you notice that there is kind of a maybe sort of loose set of categories that you could put them into. There's money, of course. There are jewels and jewelry. There are objects. And, of course, the bird watches over all of them and sort of watches you examine everything. You notice that there is only a specific limited set of materials that are being used here. Again, the specific jewels that I mentioned that are on the list and the metals that are mentioned on the list. So this appears to have been a crafted set of items.
Do I
start eliminating stuff? Just like it's obviously not the coins or the pistol. This is just let me know if you don't think it's obvious or not. Not the sextant, not the box or the telescope.
Well, what's your process of elimination on those
I'm
items?
thinking probably we can eliminate the pearl brooch because a pearl is not a gemstone. It is a pearl.
Yeah, but all of these items have been altered. So
they have? I thought they were just what they were.
No, they're all altered.
Okay.
So they're all what their
Transmuted.
appearance is not what they actually are. So unfortunately, I don't think that's going to help us determine. But I do think their appearance has some importance. I mean, the only clue we have to go off of is the one that serves the black ship. So I was thinking perhaps something that actually would serve a purpose on a ship.
Like I said,
Well, there's also the telescope, though.
Yeah, so my thought was the sextant, the telescope. I mean, a lot
There's
of this
also
other
the skull
stuff.
pendant, if you're thinking like pirate.
So as you guys are going through this process of elimination,
Yes, hero.
I just wanted to check the stairs again. I just want to keep checking it.
yeah,
I'm so
I'll make
paranoid.
the broad assumption that Hero is on guard, and Hero, I will let you know if anything dangerous comes down.
There's a scroll of black. Oh no, that's his blank. Never mind.
If only there was a scroll of black ship.
As
There's
you
a
guys are
tiny
going
black
through,
ship right there.
as you guys are going through the process of elimination, basically, I will. Now that you've kind of had an opportunity to reason through some of these things, this is basically going to be a skill challenge. So I will accept a use of a skill with a roll, and if that beats the DC, you will receive a hint.
Well,
I would
Ronnie,
like
you want to
to
go first?
parkour my way into guessing.
Parkour! I'm going to parkour my way out of this puzzle.
So this is a skill challenge. You're applying your knowledge, right? Any skill that you're going to be using, even if it's parkour, you're going to be applying your knowledge of that to deducing whether or not, like which object would be the most likely.
Yeah, but we have to justify it somehow. We can't just be like, I'm gonna
Oh,
parkour.
Don't
Even
worry
though that's
about
hilarious.
that. You just tell me the skill that you're using, and I'll tell you what you learned.
I want to parkour a puzzle. Like,
Yeah.
I already used investigation, so what if I tried a history check to...
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll a history check. And this will be a straight roll.
13.
Okay. So with your 13, as you sit and ponder about historically what kind of object would be associated with divination stone, as you're pondering this, you hear a voice in your mind as the quaddle sitting atop the chest sort of straightens up and extends its wings a little bit as if in like an orator's stance. It opens its mouth, but it doesn't actually like move it to speak. It just opens it, and then you hear the voice in your head. And the voice says, I have neither one color nor many.
Okay.
Cool. Sorry, I meant to put that in my notes.
I need to print this list out so I can start chopping them.
I share that with everyone, and I say it with like a question mark at the end. Like, I have neither one color or
So,
Nor many.
nor many.
so
The
not
multicolored
one and not
jewel
more than
necklace.
two?
The multicolored jewel necklace can probably go then, for sure.
So something without a color.
Or, well, hold on. Could that just mean not one color and not more than two? Because is 2 considered many, or is 3 and above considered many?
I was thinking more of like a prism sort of thing,
Yeah.
where it's all blended.
Well, that's the only one with multiple jewels. Anything else that has a jewel just has one.
A scroll of blank parchment is just going to be one color. That can
feather's
probably
2
be
colors.
eliminated.
The feather is 2 colors.
I could try and intimidate the quaddle.
I mean,
Tell me your
Brass.
secret.
Say no.
The brass,
I'm not saying no.
brass sextant and the gold coins I'm going to cross off. Those are clearly probably just one color. But I think all the rest of these are at least 2.
Yeah, if you
And-
count the metal color. Well, the silver sweet box, probably cross that off. It's just silver.
Oh yeah, good call. Garnet and gold and pearl. The feather is 2 colors. Is the diamond jeweled ceremonial dagger? Is that just all diamond?
Well, it depends on your interpretation. The diamonds, of course, are clear, and then the dagger itself is silver.
I'm gonna leave it on question mark. Leave it on there. The pistol, I'm guessing, is
Probably brown and gray.
yeah,
Something like
probably. Okay, so that chops some of them off there. I think pretty safely.
All right, who has the highest possible bonus to any skill? I got a plus 11 to wisdom. What you got?
Now we're thinking with min-maxing. Thank you, Brent.
I have plus 10 survival.
I've got plus 10 athletics.
Ronnie's got
Yeah, those are all-
pretty high as a rogue, right?
Well, I already used investigation earlier, and I don't know if it would be cheating to try to use it again.
Well,
Investigation is what gave you the list, so.
Yeah,
I would like to use arcane. I think that's relevant
and I
to
used
try to figure out. I just don't know. I know that they're all magic, but I probably can maybe use arcana to try to narrow down.
Hmm? Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make
Which
your
one
arcana.
is the real stone?
do it. Do it for the team. He won't do it.
So that's going to be a 24.
24. All right, you have rolled high enough that you will get the next 2 clues. Again, you see the word presenting itself as if giving an oration. And it pronounces, I am one of many. Though my parts are many, I am one.
Well, maybe he could be the multicolored jeweled necklace. Maybe this was a clue as to, or it could be the diamond jeweled ceremonial dagger, or it could be the feather.
Oh, you have to.
I am one of many.
Wait, did you say you had 2 clues or just that's the second?
Yeah, 2 sentences. I am one of many.
Oh, okay.
And then the second clue is, though my parts are many, I am one.
I don't know. I feel like the semicolon is more appropriate there. Those are 2 very connected sentences.
I am one of many, though my parts are what now?
As a matter of fact, Bran, I think you'll find if you really understand the nature of these clues, you'll understand why a semicolon would be inappropriate.
It's in the chat, Chad.
I just like that seems like it would be in character for Bran to like
Oh,
find
yeah.
his way out of the.
Yeah. I think a semicolon would really be a better use of that.
I am one of many, and what was the second half again?
The second sentence, completely
Yeah.
separate from the first one,
Yes, of course.
is
Without colon or hyphen.
correct. Though my parts are many, I am one.
That really sounds like the feather.
Yeah, it kind
It
of
also
does.
sounds like the gold necklace with multicolored jewels, though.
But it can't have many colors.
True.
And I am one of many.
To
The feather is one of many feathers from the quaddle. My parts are though my parts are many, I am one. A feather is many fine hairs, but it all comes back to a single quill.
Yeah, I think that argues pretty strongly for the feather, but I'm not 100% sold.
Wasn't it just like a pale yellow?
That's how
It's-
Jay described it, but in the description it says it's blue, pale yellow.
Correct. Yeah. So, for the sake of clarity, I've shown it here as both blue and pale yellow. What you notice actually as you're staring at the feather is that it's pale yellow when there is a light source on the other side of it. But from an angle where there is no light source behind it, it does appear to be blue.
What
Oh,
color
it's
is
like a weird dress thing, isn't it? Is it a blue dress or is it?
I mean, the feather caught me as a particular item as soon as we walked in, just because it's quite a bit different than everything else in the room. Like, and it actually is attached to. It's still attached to that thing, isn't it? It's not just like.
Oh yeah, it's in its wing.
I mean, we've got 3 chances, right?
That's true.
Here, let me
If we bomb this.
try asking.
You will never again see the light of day.
I thought you said we got 3 chances.
Wait, how many skill checks can you do?
I'm making up whatever I want on the DM.
Do we each get a skill check, or how's this work?
Once you have used your skill check, actually, that's it for you.
Yeah, so
each
somebody
of
else.
us can do one. Would I be able to use my wisdom to sit in the middle and commune?
Because of the nature of the challenge, I would ask you to attach it to a skill, but that is certainly an action. I'll tell you what. I'll give you advantage because you're communing as part of the skill check.
Oh, okay. Is that just going to be a wisdom check, or would that just be a wisdom?
You need to attach it to a specific skill, but yeah, you're welcome to do that.
All right. What wisdom skills do I have?
It's a good question.
Survival?
Yeah, animal handling, survival, and medicine. That sucks.
Well,
Well,
one of the things is an animal, right?
It's true.
Bran, remember, and I feel like this is long enough ago that you probably wouldn't remember off the top of your head. When it comes to like nature and nature-oriented skills, I'm letting you use wisdom because it does not make sense for me to have you rely on intelligence for a wisdom-based caster. So you are welcome to use wisdom on nature-y stuff, regardless of what it says on your character sheet.
What?
Yeah.
This whole time? Oh, yeah.
No, dude, I've told you this before. That's okay.
I'm sure that you have, but I have definitely forgotten. Alrighty, that is going to be huge.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, that does make sense. For some reason, I have a +6 to nature. Okay. That makes sense why it has that now.
There you go.
All right. Did you say I had advantage on that?
Yeah, because your communing is part of it.
I like it. Thank God. That is a 1.
Oh
And
my
a 13.
god. Is that a natural one?
That is a natural 1 and a 13.
Okay. As you
That's
one
a
moment.
13 plus 6, so that'd be a 19 with 20. 30, 20.
One moment, please.
All right. I mean, it's 10:03, so I might as well use it.
In the process of casting Commune, Bran works himself into a fervor and begins sweeping his arms out in many directions. And before you all have the opportunity to stop him, his hand brushes the diamond jeweled ceremonial dagger.
Wait.
And the diamond jeweled ceremonial dagger pops out of existence. And you see the bird straighten up again and say, "You have chosen poorly."
But hold on, you said advantage on that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was that 1 and a 13. That still happens though.
I only heard the one.
Okay, yeah.
For some reason,
I
I
rolled
went
a 1 and a 13 plus 6 plus 1.
rewinding time.
Okay. I was like,
Just have two choices.
You have this strange intuition. It's not the diamond jeweled ceremonial dagger. And you got a total of what now?
Dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20.
Wait,
We'll call that 2 completely separate and non-connected clues.
Nice.
The bird states in your mind, "Useful as I am lovely, those like me are essential on any sea voyage." And secondly, nah. It also says, "Only my rightful owner may wear me."
All right, that feather's looking real strong right now. I will convey my insights.
I mean, y'all want to snatch that feather?
We do have at least 2, but possibly 3 chances.
I mean, we still got a few more skills to wipe out, though. And intimidate that bird.
You will tell me if that feather is the right thing or not.
My intimidation is a +6. My athletics is a +10. So I could try and impress it by doing push-ups in front of it.
Maybe when you
cave-
do so many push-ups, you go into a meditative state.
Look, I'm questing. You're just like do push-ups and stuff. Yay.
Those are really the only 2 decent skills I have. Because I rolled terribly on Rocky's abilities when we created these dudes.
Yeah, but what he does good, he does real good.
Yeah, but that's only one thing.
That's okay.
I will yell at the Quaddle. Tell us which one it is, or else I'll punch you in the face.
Go ahead and make your intimidation check.
Rocky.
So dumb.
I'm going, yeah, from the door.
That's a 9 total.
Okay. The bird literally ruffles its feathers, pulls inward, sinks down, and squats on the chest and just stares at you.
That was predictable. Sorry, guys, I tried.
Oh, great, abode of the cave. Forgive my loud friend, and please give us another clue. Persuasion.
Very good.
That is a 31.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Okay, let's see.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah. I have to ask,
By 5.
right now, or are you trying to like make it ominous and reflective?
So you earned all but the last of these clues. So the clues that you received are as follows. It seems the bird seems to take a liking to you. He says,
The cat.
"My owner has so many. It would matter little if I were gone.
Yeah.
When my owner gives me away, my purpose is never the same again. There is no other quite like me."
It's the fucking feather, guys.
I mean, you're the only one. So
I'm not sure, but
snatching
it
that
kind
feather,
of
go
sounds like
ahead.
a feather.
What was that last one, Jay?
Oh, sorry. I because of the way that it copy pasted, I didn't see the first one. The first clue actually would have been, "Though I am dead, I come from a living thing."
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Just
Let's
so
do another
that thing.
clue. The final clue is like, I am the feather. It's like, how many hints do you need?
But yeah, the last one, Dave, is "There is no other quite like me."
Yeah, I saw. I wasn't down far enough in the chat. I see it now.
I mean, if the monk wants to use her skill to snatch the feather, I'm okay with that.
Jay just laughs because it's really the pistol.
I was about to say, this kind of could be
I mean,
construed
the
as a
pistol is
gun.
made of wood, and wood comes from trees. You don't know.
Is the stone spirit, or is the divinity spirit a marine?
A marine.
This rifle is mine. There's many like it.
I mean, you never know. He could be a pirate.
Well, I think we're in agreement then. So who shall be the one to acquire?
Can
You
we
already
just ask it?
helped get us here, so it's either me or you.
Who's good with
We
animals?
Neither. I don't know. One of us summoned an elephant.
If you want to go snatch it.
That's not a real elephant. I don't think that's a real quaddle either.
We could just ask it.
Can I?
I'll
I
take it.
No.
No.
You
get All right.
on the ship.
High fall pirates.
I'll approach.
Dinosaurs.
I'll approach the.
Pirates are
Quaddle.
cooler than dinosaurs.
In what universe?
So I hear Yara saying that she will approach the quaddle.
Yes.
The quaddle resumes the position that it took when you first entered the cavern, spreading its wings regally. It looks you in the eye.
I would not presume to take, but I am asking, may we have your feather?
Make a persuasion check.
Guys, I have this horrible idea. What if she wasn't talking about an item, but the person to pick it?
Or just a 10. I don't have a very good persuasion check.
Okay. Are you willing to use your inspiration on that? Have you used your
I
inspiration?
already used it on my investigation.
Can I give away my inspiration?
All right.
Can the bard inspire?
You see the quaddle stare you in the eye. Not nod its head, but like lower its head and fold in its wings. It holds them in such a way that you could take the feather if you chose, but it's not offering it to you.
Well, we've come this far, right?
Yeah.
I'll just kind of slowly get my hand out and hold the feather. I'm not pulling it yet,
Just
though.
touch it first.
Yeah.
So you touch it, and as soon as your hand makes contact with it, you feel this almost electric pulse, as if you will not be able to let go without pulling it out of this bird's body.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say you are shocked. It's a trap.
Like
88.
the same kind of sensation that a person might get with like an electric fence, where it causes your muscles to contract and you can't let go.
Yeah, I'll just pull then. I mean,
Okay.
at that point,
Go ahead and make a strength check.
what is with? Why are you making me make all my bad checks? This is terrible. Oh, wait. No, I did roll 9, so never mind. That ability won't. 9. Just 9.
You discover that what you would normally have expected to be a difficult thing to pull out of an animal's body actually comes as freely as if the bird weren't even there. And what you find in your hand is, in fact, a transparent, semi-transparent feather, which, when held in front of the light, shows this sort of light yellow sheen, this sort of illuminated light yellow. And when held away from the light, reflects this sort of iridescent blue. And as you hold it in your hand, the material that the feather is made of begins to sort of shift and change and grow and solidify into this rough, and I'll show you a picture because I love the way this thing looks, into this rough looking blue stone, which when held in front of the light has the exact same properties as the feather did. It takes on a translucent yellow and then returns to a slightly reflective blue. As you do so, the bird then rematerializes, but instead as this sort of similar to the arcane holograms that you've seen aboard the Key, this time composed of both this light yellow and blue light, sort of shifting hues gradually as you change position. And it once again raises up, spreads its wings, and now you hear its voice inside of your mind saying, "I am he who serves the black ship. I am Tulug. I am the one who sees, the one who knows. I am the one who inspires those who speak the prophecies of Athanasia. And you have gained the right to my help, Yara."
And friends.
No, not friends. They didn't earn me. Don't give me away. Stop giving away the stones. You earned me. You keep me.
But we're a team.
And that's where we'll go ahead and end game today. Well done. Congratulations. You've earned the divination stone.
Yay.
Yay.
Wait, did Yara have a stone yet? No?
I mean,
I gave
Got
her
me.
the death stone.
I've got meek on stone.
Everyone has stone except for me.
Aww.
You gave away the light stone. That's on you.
That was Rocky.
Yeah, that was Rocky.
Oh, that was
That was lucky.
All right, then Rocky's asshole.
Dang. Well, we'll have to get you one.
So,
I don't think
Chad,
they'll let that happen.
If he burns it.
Chad, while
She said
Wow.
that she put the divination one in her pocket.
I'm like, dang, you need to get you one, yoink, as I just pocket another one.
while you have not had a lot of exposure to the spirit stones, you have learned the difference between an awakened one and a non-awakened one.
Yeah.
And you, based on the context that everybody else has been able to give you and your experience over the course of the last several days flying around the Key, you know that usually a stone will only awaken once you have united it with its mother lode.
But
This stone appears to not have been there's no sign that the divination mother lode is anywhere nearby, and yet this seems to already have been awakened.
yeah, that would make sense for the divination stone because it's probably already aware.
It's almost omnipresent as
Yeah.
far as its persona is concerned. So between now and next session, you're welcome to gain the divination sphere as well as 3 talents of your choice, and those are associated with the stone. It then gains 6 spell points.
Well, I'm glad that all the knowledge of the world just didn't try to melt my brain when I picked up the divination stone.
There you go.
You
I'm
know
actually really
everything.
impressed that you guys-
Ah!
I'm impressed that you guys were able to roll so well and get so many clues that you didn't even have to spend 3 attempts. You were able to get it on your first go. That was pretty awesome. Well
Yep.
done.
I mean, just imagine if we had actually screwed it up, though. It's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah.
What was the last
Maybe.
clue?
I mean, I was really tempted to let Bran keep that one and be all like, nope, you wasted a shot. Dang it!
I mean, I was just kind of rolling with it. It's like, all right,
I feel like because the feather was different than all of the other, like it was an organic item,
Right.
that it would have been in my top 3 to pick.
Yeah.
Anywho, randomly.
And the last clue was hold me in your hand and the sun reflects, hold me to your eye and the sun shines through. So that would have brought it down to the feather and then maybe the telescope.
Maybe the telescope. Yeah.
But unless you hadn't already ruled those out.
I mean, you did red herring me with the I served the black ship because I'm like, well, you need stuff that actually works on a ship, right?
Right.
Well, it wouldn't be a feather, would it? No, okay, it is.
Well, and I was hoping
chances. Can we snatch 2 more things?
I was going to say, can we clear out the place now?
No, I thought I'd have you guys sort of twist it a little bit with the being important for a sea voyage. Because while the bird itself would need it for a sea voyage, you wouldn't necessarily infer that a bird would need the rest of them, or even that a bird would be the subject of the statement anyway.
Bran, you're trying really hard to channel Mekon. It's like grabbing stuff you're not supposed to.
Agent of Chaos.
I mean,
Oh, by the
technically,
way,
you shouldn't have any interest in any of this crap.
Bran,
I mean,
I'll go ahead and,
we have to have a wacky spellcaster, right? It's just completely unhinged.
I'll go ahead and for the sake, because I don't want to have to worry about remembering later, that gemstone that you took off of the ship, the one that they found out was not the divination stone.
Oh yeah,
that's literally just so much raw glass.
We'll tell them it's the real one.
100%.
Yeah, we found that out last session.
That was the divination stone the whole time. Amazing.
I get that, but we're going to be 2 years from now, and I'm going to have this thing in my back pocket, and I'm just going to be able to use it in some weird way. It's going to happen.
We should tell those guys that we didn't find the stone.
Or I could just hand them that stone back, acting like they didn't know what it was.
We found the real stone. Just give them the fake one.
Wow, this one looks almost identical to the one that you had before. If I didn't know better, I'd say this was exactly the same stone.
But you don't know better.
Wow, it's amazing. An exact replica.
Don't you have the alteration stone? Just alter it so it looks a little bit different.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
and then we're good.
Alteration is what changes organic beings. Creation is what changes inorganic ones.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
You got dibs on that whenever we find to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, good night, y'all.
See you later.
Nice.
Nice.